This is back.
Rice for you.
You're welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
so
rested
much.
very well.
I did. I did.
You want to go back?
No, I'm all ready for work now. All charged up for work.
All right. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us this morning. The Minds and Emotions Clinic comes to you every Thursday between 8:15 and 9 o'clock. Thank you for joining. Please call your friends, tell them to tune in to listen to. Today we're going to continue on national transformation through parenting. We started that about 3 weeks ago, and we are still on it. Now, I just got back from Otta last night. I came in at 11 p.m. Last night. I'll tell you the story. What took me to Otta and what we all need to do. Remember to go to www.ura.com.sg to learn more about the Ura Transdermal Glucosamine Cream, indicated for arthritis, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and all musculoskeletal pain. That gives you a lot of help there. So please go check it, read about it, and go buy from community pharmacies around Abuja and around the country. As those who are watching live on Facebook, you can buy from many major community pharmacies around the country. Ura cream is 50 grams tube you can buy. Also, remember to go buy your GGH Greek yogurt. GGH is Green Grill House Greek yogurt. GGH Greek yogurt is in 350 shops and counting in the country. So around the country you can buy GGH Greek yogurt. In Abuja, if you're in Abuja, you buy from the major pharmacy and supermarkets in Abuja, including Next Cash and Carry, H Medics, Ebano supermarket in Lokogoma, Pay Greens on Ademola Adetokunbo. You have Bakangizo in Gwarimpa, and Testia restaurant in Gwarimpa too. You can buy the GGH Greek yogurt. It comes in 300 mils, 300 mils, flavored as lemon, vanilla, and strawberry. You have the 500 mils plain, 300 mils plain, and there's a 1 liter now, which is very, very cost effective. You can buy 1 liter to help if you have a large family or you have large group of people. Very good to boost your immune system. The GGH Greek yogurt. You can go to @ so people have been asking all the pictures now. Go to @ Green Grill House. @ Green Grill House. Green is GREEN GRILLHOUSE. @ Green Grill House. You can see the the Greek yogurt there, and you can also, if you're around the country, you don't know where to get it, you can just look there. You find a shop that sells GGH Greek yogurt. Is in 350 shops plus in the city, in the country of Nigeria. So please go ahead and buy the GGH Greek yogurt. And if you're around the right level, you can also buy from the corporate sugarcane juice spot at area 11 Sahat stores. You can buy the GGH Greek yogurt there too. Remember to also talked about Mrs. Kosh protein pancakes last week. You can buy protein pancakes, not just the ordinary pancakes. This is protein made from whey. It's a healthy meal, and also skinny hot chocolate by Mrs. Kosh. This is my colleague's product. Mrs. Kosh is a pharmacist, and she has produced this healthy product, and you can buy protein pancakes. This one you don't need oil to get it ready. You don't need oil to get it ready. You just buy. There's a way to make it. It's the directions are there. So you can buy from Cherry Supermarket, Fat Supermarket in Apo and Gudu, and Dilemma Supermarket in Maitama. The Mrs. Kosh protein pancakes and skinny hot chocolate. Now I remember I told last year, yeah, we had this tennis training by Coach Davo. It was an amazing training for many people. Many people attended, sent their children there. They enjoyed the program, and he has also started. There's something coming up there's the Easter Splash coming up from the 6th of April to the 26th of April. Davo is a great coach, for the tennis coach, and I'll say this again before I mention his number. Please, if you are a coach or you are a trainer or an instructor for any of these sports, please, I'd like you to contact me. Let's see what we can do. We need to get everybody playing, everybody doing something. It's very, very important. If you're a tennis, what do you call it? Table tennis trainer, because we don't see them. You're a squash trainer. You are a basketball, volleyball, hockey, whatever you think you can train, or not think, sorry, whatever you know you can train, because you can think you can train and you don't know you may not be able to. So please, you're trained, you have certification, you have done. Please, you can contact me. Let's see how we can also let people know what you're doing, and so that you can. Now, this training is going to take place at the Transcorp Hilton. And the pitch, the tennis court at the Hilton is special. It's the best in the city of Abuja. What's the reason? The turf protects your knees. You know these turfs that are not. There's no there's particular turf that protects your knee. The Transcorp Hilton has it, so that's why your children will be training, and it's going to be fun time for them between the 6th of April to the 26th of April. So you can call Davo. So take Davo's number, call him directly, and ask him all the questions. Are you ready? So this is it: 080 35 74 2117. 080 35 74 2117. Let your children and you yourself learn to play tennis. And again, we're going to there's going to be water drowning prevention, water safety, and swim instruction classes from the 6th to 17th. We are organizing that swim classes. Learn to swim for yourself and for your children between the 6th of April to the 26th of April. Remember, the whole brain optimization continues from the 6th of April. From the 6th of April, the whole brain optimization continues. So please, let's avail ourselves this opportunity. Go and buy your corporate sugarcane juice from the corporate sugarcane juice spots around the city of Abuja. Next Cash and Carry, Sahar Stores Central Area, Sahar Stores Area 11, DFD Pharmacy in Lugbe, and 2K Supermarket in Kado. Please go buy your corporate sugarcane juice and your corporate coconut water and juices and smoothies from these spots. Remember, I also told you that you can buy the Ura cream at all the branches of corporate sugarcane juice now. The Ura Transdermal Glucosamine cream you can buy from there. Now, I talked about the car wash stuff. Remember, I talked about the car wash stuff some time ago, trying to do a partnership with a company in the United States. The equipment have arrived. We have equipment right now, and this is a no-touch car wash. You know this one, you have to put water, put something in the bucket, put a cloth, then you have to rub, they are not. No. We're bringing something completely different. Now, you find that your paint, you find that you wash with a certain kind of detergent and it starts fading.
Fading, that's what's happening to me.
It's happening to you already. So we're going to stop all that. That is going to end when we start. There's a particular way of producing, or there's a particular shampoo you use for your car that does not make the paint to fade and all that. Now, so we are starting. Now, I have a request. If you have a land, or you know of a land, you know of a place we can use to do this stuff, please let me know. This is the reason we are trying to use it to create jobs. Very, very, very important. And now these jobs we are creating are for females only. It's an only female car wash. It's an auto car massage center. Only women are there. Only women are going to be there to do the washing of the cars. So please, if you have a land, you have a place, you're a government official, you know you can support us, give us a place to set up this. And apart from those who are going to be working full time, we're going to be using it to train children, to connect work to money. So every Saturday, you take the time you want to bring your child for 1 hour. They wash, we show them what to do. They do and go home, and we create a payment plan for them. They get paid when they work. Please, we need this space to do that. So, and if you're interested as a female to become to work at this auto spa, please come to the office. You apply in person. I want to see you in person. Minds and Emotions Center is at Suite S9, Landmark Plaza in Maitama. Minds and Emotions Center, Suite S9, Landmark Plaza in Maitama. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to be there from 9 a.m. I'm going to be there waiting for you. Come tomorrow. You are a female. Only females only. Females only. Women only. Girls only. Please, that's just, this is a, you'll see what we're going to do. We're going to tap into the detailing and the careful nature of women to detail our cars. And once they finish with your car, you may want to leave your car. You may want to carry your car on your head. You don't want to drive it. So please, if you're interested, you can come. Yeah, I went to Otta yesterday to see a farm. We must. I'm a pharmacist, so the pharmacist goes to farm. I'm returning to the farm. I'm going to the farm. No wisdom is greater than the farm. The law of the farm, the law of the harvest. We must go back. All the wisdom you hear about, my father, I can never forget, used the farm to raise us. And I'm happy for it, and I celebrate him every day for what he did. And I'm looking at my own children. What have I done? So I heard of this farm. There's this guy, his name is Ade. He's been in Malaysia for 13 years. And he came back to Nigeria to establish something. And I had to go see the farm in Otta yesterday. I had to go see the farm in Otta. And yesterday I was there, and what I saw blew my mind. What even took me there was the coconut. There's a particular breed of coconut that fruits in 3.5 years, and it's produced a lot of water. I'm interested in coconut water because the way we are going with coconut water now, Nigeria may not be able to meet up with the demand for coconut water, so we must look for alternatives. So I went there because of, when I was in Malaysia, I also drank that coconut, which is different from what we have here, a lot of water. So he has it here, and it's a hybrid. So I went there to see. And apart from seeing that, what I saw blew my mind, and now we are beginning to we are trying to do something to have an extension now in Abuja. Now they produce from Malaysia. All that he has is from Malaysia: hybrid seeds, natural fertilizers, and equipment that he brought for farming. You know, so you can plant your vegetables, you can plant your trees and whatever you want to plant using special. So I'm going to be bringing that information to you as we go on. So please stay. We all must go, like they predicted that we're going to have famine soon because of all that is going on. So we have to convert, instead of going far away to go to the farm, we may begin to have our homes as our farmlands now. So we look at all that and see how we can progress. And I was born in Abeokuta, so I went back home. You know, I went to my place of birth, and the road. The expressway from Abeokuta to Lagos is horrible. Horrible. Now, I was coming from Port Harcourt 2 years ago, and I was on a flight with this guy. We were discussing about the state of our infrastructure, and he asked me a question. I want to ask it, and I'll give 5 minutes. We'll open up the phone lines, and I want to ask this question. Please, what is maintenance in your language? What is maintenance in your language? We'll take this briefly before I get into the talk. What is maintenance in your language? What is maintenance called in your language? So let's go. Your language now. You tell me your language. You tell me what is maintenance. Okay. I mean maintenance, not repair.
Maintenance.
Yes. Okay. To maintain. You know, there are two different things. Mm-hmm. To maintain is different from to repair. Yeah. To maintain is a preventive. Yeah. To repair is this broken down. You need to fix it.
Definitely.
So let's hear you. What is maintenance in your language?
All right. So if you want to contribute to that, you want to tell us what that word is in your language. 0700 951 0000. We have lots of zeros in our new phone number, but don't worry, get used to it. 070 0951 0000. Okay, we have lots of people calling it. Right?
Yes, maintenance.
That's nice. Hello. Morning. Mr. Isaac.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, level, yeah. Yes. What is maintenance? Do you have a word for maintenance? I don't mean repair. Not maintenance. Thank you. So you don't have for maintenance. Next language. Next, quickly.
Okay, so just make it snappy. Hello? Just a word. Hello? Good morning. Okay, Mr. Solomon.
Yes. Is it maintenance or repair? Repair. Thank you. I want to next latest language.
Hello? Yes. Morning. I need you to switch off your radio, please.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Maintenance. What's maintenance in your language? No, I'm not asking you for the meaning. Do you have a word for maintenance or repair? What was it? Schumacher?
Say it again.
Ouvere Schumacher quoi? On se pêcher.
Oh, so you understand, Chief? Oh, nice. All right, let's move on to the next caller. Okay. Hello? Hello? Yes,
Hello.
Good morning. Okay.
Okay. Edikama.
Edikama.
Iridium. To repair it, iridium.
But Edikama is
Edikama.
4.
Okay.
Edikama 4.
Okay. All right. So let me just go in quickly because of time. The guy was trying to draw my attention that maintenance is not in our language. That's why we have things breaking down before we fix them. So you find that, like the road I just talked about, it was started some years ago. But since there's no maintenance in our language, in our culture, we do not maintain. So we wait for it to break down or to go bad, then we start repairing. So no preventive maintenance. To prevent, okay, you've lived in this house for 5 years. You've not even painted it, changed this one, change that, or or fix it, prevent it from breaking down. You drive cars, like people drive cars, they don't do, if I do on this on the road now, I ask people to, when was the last time you went to the tell you, you don't have time for it. You don't have time. Why? In the culture, maintenance is difficult. It's not there. We don't have. We have to maintain what we have. When you make a road, you build a road, you maintain it. You say after 5 years, you do this maintenance on it. Even if it's not breaking, if it's not do potholes here, you do something to prevent. Very, very, very important. Now, let's go into national parenting. With last a national transformation through parenting. The parenting is about the parent. It's about you managing yourself. If you yourself, you are not okay, if you're not fine, if you are still a victim of parenting, you're still wounded, you're still broken, you're still traumatized, you will traumatize your child. You will break your child. You will bring all those things that happen to you to your child. Like I met a man at the pharmacy the other day and asked him, I said, if your son tells you, if you tell your son to go and sleep and he asks you why, what would you do? He said, I will slap him. So why will he ask me that question? And he now told me, did I ask my father? That's my father will slap me. I said, okay, I know where you're coming from. This is a victim, and to him, it's normal. But the son is asking something fundamental. Daddy, why should I go and sleep now when I'm watching my cartoon? But for daddy to speak to him, to make him see why he should sleep, that's too much work because he's a victim. Now, we talked about skill acquisition, how we give this, make our children acquire skills. We talk about negotiation skills. We talk about driving skills last week and all that. Now, how about self-defense skills? To defend yourself. Now, we talked about Parents not able to do so many things. Now, many parents, male and female, you don't know how to ride a bicycle. You don't know how to play table tennis. You don't know how to play tennis. You don't know how to swim. You don't know how to play basketball. You don't know how to play squash. You don't know how to, so many things you don't know how to do. So are you wondering why you're so boring? Are you wondering why your children don't want to, when you're talking to them, they don't want to have anything? Because you don't have all these things. They tell you, mommy does not do, mommy does not do, mommy does not do, daddy does not do, dad knows how to do this one. Daddy, they said, let's go. A girl told her mommy, let's go ride a bicycle. The mommy could not ride a bicycle. Mm-hmm. Now that you want to correct the child, but before you can correct the child, you must connect to the child. If you don't connect, you know, in neuroscience, there's what we call neuronal connection for exchange of information. Until neurons connect, they cannot exchange information. They cannot exchange messages. So if there's no connection, if we don't meet at a certain level, if our energy levels are not the same, we cannot. Now you can drive a car, your child cannot drive a car. You cannot use driving to connect with your child. If your child can drive, if your child can ride a bicycle and you can ride a bicycle, if you ride a bicycle with your child, you connect with your child. If something happens in the process of riding and maybe you fall or he falls, you can be able to tell him, oh, next time when you're doing this, when you're riding and you get to this turn, this is how to do it, because you are doing the same thing. But if you cannot, no. So you find that there are some lessons that need to be taught during play that we are not teaching. So that's why I'm talking about people who know how to train this, train that, so that we'll get people to learn things professionally. Because if you don't do these things, you will lose your child. Why do you find children are getting lost? When they find that some other parent or some other teacher, some other does what they like or can do what they like to do, they are lying to that person. It's about energy. Your energy is just your own. It's not about money. You have money, you give to pay school fees. You have money, you buy food. And that is all. You don't take your child, okay, let's go and play. Let's go and water the flowers. Let's go and play tennis. Let's go and swim. Let's go and, no. All those is waste of time. Say, am I a child? Why should I go be playing? Am I a child? You are wondering. You are not born. Listen now. Nobody was born to outgrow childhood. Did you hear me? Nobody was born to outgrow childhood. As far as neuroscience is concerned. Listen, not the one you're thinking about. What is it trying to say? So I should remain a child. No. You will grow mentally and all that. Being that child mentality of continuous. A child is come back from school, comes back from school tired. Then daddy says, go and play. Tired and hungry. But once you say go and play, what happens? The child gets energy and runs out to play. The child is tired and hungry. But once you say, go and play, energy comes. From where? From where does the energy come from? It's from the love of play. And that play, it's very, 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 it's an activity, it's an intelligent activity. So once you don't do that, you don't grow well. Now, we talked about life-saving skills. Talk about self-defense skills. Now, defense skills. If they don't learn it, they stand a very huge risk of running into trouble and sometimes even getting killed or kidnapped. If your child is trained of self-defense, like your child tells you that you meet somebody comes to meet the child and is talking to the child, and you have trained your child that this, once somebody is talking in this way, answer this way or don't respond in this way. I remember there was a time, not just for children, everyone should learn. I remember I worked at a company where we had, this is my MD. Let me tell you the story. My MD, we had this very heated argument on the table with other people, and I was giving a contribution, and not just a contribution. We did a promo for a product, and the customers who met the demand for the promo were supposed to get a gift. So they met the demand, and the MD was not approving the gift. So I came up to say my customers are not happy that the gifts have not been given an order. And the MD got very angry and rose up as though to fight. You know, that kind of anger, very angry to fight another. And me, knowing very fully that, yeah, I have to defend myself. Once he was rising up, I squared up to him. I rose up to meet him. So he looked at me, I also looked at him. He was quiet, I was quiet. I'm sure he got the message that if he dared anything, I was going to defend myself. And he sat back. So it happens in organizations too. Even in National Assembly, doesn't it happen? When somebody is talking, another person is trying to shut him or trying to fight. I saw them the other day, you know. So if you have learned self-defense, yeah, you try to bring your hand. I stop the hand. I stop you, I ask you a question. And what were you trying to do? If you don't answer well, I want to use the other hand, then I'll now address you properly as it should be. Now, children must learn this. And we will curb all this bullying that is everywhere. They are not trained to go look for trouble or to go fight. No, you don't go fight. You only defend yourself. It's called self-defense. And it's in the, SWAT. It's in our constitution, right? Self-defense. You defend yourself, right? You defend yourself. You defend. Somebody, you are sitting in class, somebody is talking and very angry and tries to hit you. You stop the hand, first of all. Ask a question. If he's getting more violent, then you do something to keep him calm. Once you keep him calm, then you can now, talk about, and you have their principles, the ethics of self-defense. You cannot use weapons, you cannot do all that, but you can do some things to, get the person to know that this is not acceptable and should not continue in the future. So if parents don't train their children like that, if parents themselves, I find women, you ask women, I try it sometimes, I try to push my hand towards their face, and they stand there, and I ask, why are you not taking us? There's nothing I can do. Why? The woman thinks she's weak or she's not able to do anything, but that's not true. If somebody is stretching his arms towards you in a way that is not appropriate, you stop it. You hold your hand up there and ask a question. Sorry, do you want something? Or what are you trying to do? Now, parenting is about giving care to that child, that the child will grow to deliver the purpose or to deliver what the child was born to deliver on this planet. So if something happens to the child in the process, is that somebody did not give a skill. Have you wondered why you go to China or the Asian countries and you find less of these things that we have the problems with around here? Why? Those guys are trained to defend themselves. You defend yourself. You don't just come, they put you down, they cool you and ask questions, and sometimes you have some injuries to nerves and all those stuff. It's very, very important. And once everyone knows, so if I know that you have self-defense training, and I'm having a conversation with you that gets very heated, and I want to become violent, that knowledge that I know that SWAT has training in self-defense will help me manage myself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, that she has training. If you do anything, you will get. Even though you see her well dressed, looking, calm, cool, and collected, but if you stimulate, like I said, the training, the skill acquisition is not. It's anticipatory. Means that it's not for you to go fighting people. Like somebody asked during one of the times I announced it. He said, "What if women now start going to fight their men?" I said, "No. Without stimulus, there will never be response. So you keep that there. It's there. You've learned it is there, and you can now activate it when you need to activate it. Now you find children just being moved, no resistance. If somebody just comes, holds, and moves. Now, if somebody pushes you to move you, now from your training of self-defense, you will know how to take action. So, if somebody is trying to punch you, what would you do?
I'll defend myself.
You defend yourself.
Yeah.
Now, have you noticed that many women and even men, you try to do that and they are quiet? They don't even talk.
They don't talk, yeah.
Now, do you know, once as a parent you don't allow your child to speak, you begin to affect his self-defense skill. Do you know that sound and shouting is part of self-defense? Like if you hear those doing a taekwondo, you hear ah hey, ah hey. All those sounds are for the opponent to know. It sends a message. So once you find somebody who is not, the parents have shut the person down, the person cannot talk. So when it comes to shout, for instance, if you are under an attack and you're supposed to make some loud sound to attract help, you're not able to. So when when some people be watching, why do these people learning this stuff make those sounds? And it's to send a message to the opponent or to the other person that I am capable of doing this. And the sound of my voice, the depth and the pitch will tell you the dimension for which I can, take draw this stuff. So we're talking about skill acquisition. We just talked about what do you call it? Self-defense skills. What skill are you giving your child? Culinary skills, to cook food. To cook their own meals. Nutrition. Are we training children? You find women saying, no, he's too young. It's too, let him just stay. We'll be doing it. Let him just stay. If he stays and doesn't do it, he gets endangered in the future. That's why you hear that they say the man cannot marry a woman that cannot cook. Now, the reason why the man is saying I cannot marry a woman who cannot cook is that he himself is what? He's looking for a cook.
Cook, yeah.
He cannot cook, because if you can cook, okay, yes, you marry a woman, and that's not to say that the woman should not cook. And what we're saying, everyone, the male and the female, should learn to cook. So that if this one is not there, you do your stuff yourself. You can live on your own. You remember we're talking about dependence to independence, to interdependence. You are not dependent on somebody. Imagine you being dependent on somebody to make your meal. So the day he goes on strike or the day he's angry with you, you have no food. That's not good at all. If you don't take action, our parents don't make children learn, it becomes a problem. Now, a research has shown that children who do chores have higher tendencies of success in life than children who don't do chores. Children who do chores, you make them do it, you incubate them. They do it today. They don't do it well. They do it, they tell them, well done. Tell them, well done for what you have done. Tomorrow they repeat it until they get good at it. Parents are leaving their children. You can't do these chores. You can't come to the kitchen. You can't just stay out of the kitchen. Stay out of the kitchen. What? They need to stay with you in the kitchen. Watch what you're doing. Help you once in a while. Give me that salt there. They pass it to you. Pass me that spoon there. They pass it. Can you help me chop these onions? They help you chop. Chop this tomato. They chop. One step at a time. They're learning. Their culinary skills improves. And once they leave, you know that this one can take care of himself. But we are too loving. And let me say here that, do you know wealth is interfering with parenting? Many wealthy people now, their children are not turning out well because of your wealth. You have everything paid for. You have a security man. You have a guy. You have somebody who takes care, who does the chores in the house, mops the floor and cleans everything for you. Your children do nothing. Can I tell you, that is interfering with your parenting already. Because they will not learn nothing. We have people who are not able to do these things now. Now you are now producing more. So the women that become wives, for instance, and the men that become husbands, the men that become CEOs, the men that become captains of industry, the men that become presidents, the men that become senators, will be these men that you are raising that cannot do anything. So if you cannot do chores, you cannot cook, you cannot trim your flowers, you cannot. All these things will translate to lie that you cannot do. So we have incompetent people in positions because the parents did not allow them to learn. You say to you it was wealth. You are very wealthy, you have the money and all that. It's not about money, it's about care. It's about care. Caring for that. To care is to direct and to protect. To care is to help the person to achieve what the person needs to achieve. It's not about money, throwing money and all that to the child. It's about making the child know that someday you're going to live here and you're going to live on your own. So the question now is, what skills are you helping your child to acquire? What are you doing in your own little space? We want national transformation. See the kind of leaders that we have. We are complaining about our leaders and all that. If we will keep complaining forever, as long as the production factory is in full speed, producing this set of people. Well, we are complaining about these products that are currently on board, that are currently on the table, and the factory, instead of stopping their production and begin to produce new products, we are still producing same products, and those same products will appear on the table. So if we want a change, we want a national transformation, it must be from the family. From the family. The family, parents must be deliberate to make sure that these trainings come to these children. You find women trying to raise men as girls. Yes, the boy wants to do this activity. You tell him no, he cannot do it because you feel he will be injured. And yeah, you feel he will be injured, but you've not guided him. You just stopped him. You didn't allow him to try. Before you know, we now generate men in our society who cannot take risks, men in our society who cannot stand up and confront situations, men who are afraid because The women, many of them, when the child, they stop them. Sit here. Yesterday you went out there, you played, you got an injury, and now you're going to, don't go there again. You are interfering with the growth of that. Do you know that play, and especially jumping, helps in the mineralization of bones? That we're going to have very serious osteoporosis and bone issues in the next 20-25 years because of the way children are being raised now. Children are polarized. The couch is becoming a problem. They just stay there and watch and do things. No action, no jumping, no movement. It's going to affect us in the future, affect the economy of the nation. So for national development, skill acquisition, they must acquire these skills to be able to live on their own. This morning, let me hear you. What skills are you helping your child to develop? What skills? Let's hear you this morning.
All right, 0700 951 0000. Let me take that again. 070 0951 0000. Okay, so if you want to make your contributions, please, now is the time, as we're running against time, and in a very short while it will be top of the hour. Hello. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Tell us your name.
Mohammed, tell us. Good morning. Go ahead. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Do you have children? Okay, so please tell let's want to know what parents are helping their children, the skills they're helping them to learn now.
Hello. Hello, good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning.
It's just truth. I'm not about the truth. I'm an old man, but I was trying to define maintenance in my language,
Okay.
and I discovered it was a bit difficult for me. That's why I didn't call.
Hmm.
And funny enough, where I worked all my years in the civil service was maintenance department. We have series of lecture seminars. It's called it preventive maintenance, troubleshooting maintenance, so on and so forth.
Sir, can you have children? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Yeah, please, can you tell us what skills you're helping your children to develop? That's what we're talking about now.
What I use
What skills you're helping your children to develop?
yeah. What I did is that all my children, when they finish secondary school, I make sure they learn skills before they go to the university. And I give them what I was given by my mother, whom I grew up to know because I didn't know my dad. I need to know that life is real and I need to learn something, defend myself, work so that I can end it. I think that is just the summary of it.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello, sorry, we're taking the next caller. Hello. Morning.
Marshall,
Welcome, Marshall.
calling from Bangladesh. Yeah. I really appreciate the Canada. And for me, I came to correct that. I really want to correct that mistake my dad never allowed me. Yeah, when we are growing up, if you say you want to learn anything, my dad will say, am I not capable of feeding you? And then I said, I tell you that you should go and bring money. So now, during the pandemic, my daughter, which is about 8 to 9 years, I said, go and learn how to sew. So you can empower yourself, you can help yourself. And also, when you wake up in the morning, during as what we do now, you really want to put water on the fire to warm the water and also bathe herself. That's what I said. When she comes back, she has to wash her top, her uniform, and make sure she's set for the next day on her own. Nobody does that for her. If she see any error in those things, I have to correct her the next day. Then she will learn from it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the contribution. All right, and I think we'll have to stop with the calls now. Let me see if we have messages this morning. Okay. All right, we have this few messages here. This one says, "Good morning, Nigerian phone. Just a reminder, please." Okay, no, this is not for us. I don't think so. All right, we don't have any messages.
Okay, so it's about skill acquisition. Help your children. Like Vivan told us the other time. I think Vivan had when he was serving, his boss was slapping coppers, and he came to his turn and Vivan, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
What did you do?
Huh?
You